There's something special about the little moments that the production team chose not to cut in the "Are You Sure" episodes. Among all the scenes that could have been trimmed, they kept the one where Jungkook handed the payment card to Jimin, and their fingers touched on the card. That tiny detail? It wasn't a coincidence. It was a symbol, an unspoken sign that their relationship wasn't just a gimmick, but something sincere, deep, and real. Like a seal of love that can't be erased, that shared fingerprint on the card reminds us just how special Jikook is in our eyes. And apparently, in the eyes of the crew too. Jikook's charm always lies in how they can make even the simplest things feel magical. When they play pretend like they don't know each other, the atmosphere shifts. The tension builds, and Jungkook's gaze at Jimin, full of meaning, full of emotion, leaves us speechless. Then, Jimin breaks the silence with one simple line. "Are you going to buy me another drink?" And just like that, it feels like a scene straight out of the best romantic drama ever made. Jungkook, with his signature style, knows exactly how to create tension, how to make every interaction feel like a secret code only they understand. This isn't just regular flirting. This is the flirtation of the gods, and we can't help but be captivated by it. Jungkook often seems completely swept away by Jimin's words. These small moments are what strengthen the bond between them. One of the most unforgettable scenes is when they were traveling by train. Jimin sits comfortably, while Jungkook, serene and calm, leans in. It's as if they've escaped the outside world. This isn't just two people enjoying a trip, but two souls deeply connected, sharing a moment that looks ordinary yet is filled with meaning. In every smile, in every simple movement, there's love and understanding that's hard to describe but easy to feel. What makes this episode so captivating isn't just the aesthetic visuals, but the authenticity of the emotions that radiate from them. Their connection is strong, undeniably real, and that's why we, as fans, can't stop watching. We're witnessing a love story that grows naturally, without pretense, whose strength lies in intimate moments, fleeting touches, smiles, glances. Every memory of Jikook is like walking down a flower-filled path. Not just because of the infectious laughter or the shared jokes that show their carefree side, but also because of the intimacy that leaves us breathless. Every time they meet, the world seems to stop spinning. It's just the two of them, complimenting each other, understanding each other, respecting each other. Even in their little jealous moments, we can see a big love. Who could forget how Jungkook throws dagger-like glances at anyone who dares get too close to Jimin? That jealousy, once obvious, has become subtler over time, but no less intense. Jungkook knows that while Jimin may be a radiant sun that attracts everyone, he is the inseparable satellite that never strays from his orbit. In one particular interview, we could clearly see how Jungkook's expression changed just because Jimin smiled at someone else. That smile, seemingly trivial to others, was enough to awaken Jungkook's protective side. And let's talk about their little arguments that somehow make us love them even more. Like when Jimin got offended because Jungkook was confused about the ham. The reaction was priceless. Jimin demanded an apology, and funnily enough, Jungkook didn't refuse. Instead of pulling away, they drew even closer. It's like they're tied by an invisible thread, and even when they bicker, they can't stay apart for long. In these interactions, we see that their love isn't just sweet. It's about understanding, accepting, and even enjoying the little differences. The production team knew these moments were too precious to miss. One of them was Jimin waking Jungkook up every morning. A simple act, yet full of love. And yes, those little feet, always side by side, melt our hearts every time. Their routines become rituals, reflections of the comfort and closeness that only two people who deeply understand each other can share. That connection doesn't need many words, just one touch, one glance, and our world shifts. And of course, we can't forget the quiet cuddles when their bodies intertwine, creating silhouettes of warmth and serenity. For many, these moments are more than just beautiful visuals. They're emotional experiences. Because behind that physical closeness lies emotional depth. As viewers, we feel closer to them. It's like they're letting us peek into their personal world, a world full of tenderness, affection, and belonging. When it comes to achievements, both Jimin and Jungkook have proven they shine individually as well. Jungkook's explicit version of 7 just received an RJ certificate in Japan after surpassing 100 million streams. His album, Golden, made history as the only studio album by an Asian artist to have 2 silver-certified singles in the UK, 7 and Standing Next to You. Jungkook now holds the record as the K-pop soloist with the most silver-certified singles in the UK. This is a huge milestone. Let's help push both songs to 1 billion and 2 billion streams. Not to be outdone, Jimin has also made history with his chart-topping track on Spotify. His song became the first K-pop solo track to stay in the US top 10 on Spotify for 10 consecutive weeks. It reached number 3 on Spotify Global, number 2 in Japan, number 87 in Spain, and still reigns at number 1 in Korea. In the US, it's holding strong at number 5, a historic milestone that will be hard to beat. Jikook is more than just a fan-favorite pair. They're a story, a journey, a dynamic that continues to grow and enrich our hearts as fans. Every moment, whether captured on camera or subtly shown, is a piece of a love story that not only entertains but also touches and inspires. With them, we learn that love can be found in laughter, in jealousy, in gazes, and even in silence. A story that will live on as long as we believe in the power of true love.